guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back here for another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a top 5 video here, and that is going to be about the top 5 vehicles I wish were added into Need for Speed Heat. So if you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Heat will not be getting any more content updates such as cars or content or anything around that. I did want to make a video of vehicles that I still wished were added here into Need for Speed Heat. So that is what we're going to be discussing about today. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Make sure you drop a like on this video as well to subscribe for more content like this. With that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, starting off at the number 5 spot, we have the Mark V Toyota Supra. I do wish this car was added here into Need for Speed Heat. I feel like there's just so much customization, so much you can do with this car. After seeing all of the videos from the SEMA shows, and just all of the videos I've seen people do with this car, I mean, there's just so many ways you can pretty much differentiate a Supra from another Mark V Supra. It's just a lot of insane stuff. Liberty Walk kits, so many different body kits for this car, and it just would have been, in my opinion, a really cool car to have in this game. Also the Mark IV, obviously, but the Mark V, just because it's a brand new vehicle that I think a lot of people would be interested in having here in Need for Speed Heat. So that is my pick for number 5. Coming in at the number 4 spot is the Nissan Skyline GTR R33. So in Need for Speed Heat, we have 3 other Skyline GTRs, the R32, R34, and R35. So those are pretty cool, and those are really nice to have here in Need for Speed Heat. But I thought the R33 was always kind of the car that was missing in the whole pack. Like you would have the R32, the R33, the R34, and the R35. But the R33 is kind of that car that's never been added. And I know it's not really one of the more popular Skylines. It's kind of like the least popular Skylines among the whole Skyline GTR generation. People usually gravitate more towards the R34 and R35, and people like the R32 as well. But the R33 doesn't really seem to get that much love when it comes to when it comes to people picking a favorite Skyline GTR. I really do think the R33 should have been added, and that's a car that I wish was added here in Need for Speed Heat. So that is my pick for number 4. Alright, for number 3, we have the BMW E36 M3. So this car is kind of a bit interesting, and I thought that this car actually would have been added here in Need for Speed Heat. I've wanted this car in the more recent Need for Speeds since 2015 actually. So back when Need for Speed 2015 came out, I drove the E46 M3, and I was like, wow, this is awesome, but what about the E36? And yeah, they just never added that car in the game, unfortunately. I know we have a bunch of other M3s. We have the E30 M3, the E46 M3, the E92 M3, and the more recent F82 M4, but not the new G80 M3, which is completely fine actually. I mean, I'm just kidding, it's kind of too new for that. But I thought that it would have been really cool to have the E36, the full kind of lineup in that sort of way, right there, to have the E30, E36, E46, E92, all right there. I felt like the E36 would have been a really cool addition. There's just so much customization with that car. I mean, obviously you see people buy these things for cheap and turning into drift cars, street cars, all of the above. And again, I always liked the E36. Just a really cool, simple, classic M3 with the first M3 with the 6-cylinder. So that was a pretty big thing back in the 90s. But I think it would have been really cool to have the E36 in Need for Speed Heat. So that is my pick for number 3. Alright, here for the number 2 spot, we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee Truck Hawk. Alright, so as you guys know, in Need for Speed Heat, we do do have some SUVs. I believe we have the G63 AMG, pretty cool SUV. We also have the Range Rover Sport SVR, which is also pretty cool to have. Very fast, sounds amazing with that supercharged V8. And we also have the BMW X6M. But that's kind of where the SUV lineup stops here in the list. There's really not a whole lot of other SUVs, and man, I was hoping they were actually going to add the Trackhawk. I was really rooting for that thing to be added, and I actually genuinely thought they were going to actually put that vehicle into the game, but they ended up not getting the chance to do that, unfortunately. That's kind of the car I wish that was added here into Heat. There's kind of a theme with these vehicles. It's customization. That's kind of the heart of Need for Speed, in my opinion. And you guys can look on Instagram, YouTube. People modify these things, make it to 1,000 horsepower, and add some really cool visual mods to make it look pretty nice. In my opinion, there's like even wide bodies out for this thing. It's literally insane on how much you can do with this SUV right here, Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, a Hellcat powered 707 horsepower family SUV. I think it would have been a really great addition here in Need for Speed Heat. So yeah, that is my pick for number 2. All right, and my pick for the number 1 spot. I think you all saw this one coming, but here it is anyways. The car that I wish was in Need for Speed Heat the most, the 2020 CA Corvette. I can't, there's really like nothing else to say here, other than I absolutely wish this car was in the game. A lot of people love this car, and I think that it would have been again a really nice addition to have here in Need for Speed Heat if they got the chance to do it, especially since they have the C6 Z06, the C7 Grand Sport, C7 ZR1, which was a total surprise to me. I did not expect that car to be in this game actually, but it was actually kind of cool that they added it either way. And just having the C8 here would have been a pretty cool thing in my opinion. Definitely would have been one of those cars that you just want to hop on and drive for sure. I mean, it's slowly getting into other racing games. I know it's been added into Forza Horizon 4 a few months back, and also the Crew 2. And I know it was the cover car of Project Cars 3 as well, so that's actually pretty awesome. It's made its way into some other racing games, which is really nice, but it would have been super cool if it was in Need for Speed Heat, in my opinion. Top 5 list of the cars I still wish were added here into Need for Speed Heat. I think it's a pretty interesting list. I think it was pretty interesting making these. Let me know in the comments what are some of the cars you wish were added here into Need for Speed Heat. And yeah, with that all being said, I think that's going to be it for today's episode here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did and you'd like to see more, make sure you drop a like on this video as well. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. With that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next episode.